everybody out there, Chris and Mike here, and welcome back to another Indies comic book review.
Yep.
And we got not that many books this week.
Actually, very little.
Very little. However, next episode, we've got a lot of physical and a lot of digital.
Oh, yeah.
So much so that they came out this past Wednesday. I should have stuck some of them in this review too, but we try to keep it legit. We try to keep it the week it comes out. So this review is for the books that come out on the week of October 15th, the middle of October 2014.
I thought that was my job due date. But why are you taking that away?
Why I took it away?
You took it away from me.
You could have it for the big two after this.
Okay then.
Okay, yeah, we're doing a trilogy, guys. You're probably seeing this video Monday morning, and hopefully the other two will go up by Monday afternoon, Monday night. All depends on the uploader and how things run. But anyway, let's get into some books this week. We've got a lot of nice books this week.
Yes, and the first one is your book.
Goddess Inc. from Zenescope Entertainment, part 3 of 5. This book was awesome. I did enjoy it. Venus is still going out there trying to collect more of the, what do they call the gods. And you have, his name escaped me.
Which one?
I'm trying to remember his name. Venus took him over, or has him under her control or something. He goes for the trickster, and I forgot his name. Xavier, this boy named Xavier, and he's one of the Zeus's children. It's a really huge fight breaks out between the two of them. He's like a party. He's a partier. He's the god of, I believe, party or something. It left me what the god of he is, but Zeus goes to Audrey, who's also another one of the gods, and she warns him to warn her husband or ex-husband, because they had broken up, about Venus and her plans. Venus gets the god of war finally. I'm going to skip a lot of the because I don't want to spoil it, but one of Zeus's daughters actually is following Venus and actually looks to take action against Venus. And things don't go according to plan, and it ends on that note. It ends with her on the building, not with an unsuccessful kill, so to speak.
Wow. That's
Next issue looks really good. I'm being very vague because this book is getting very good. I really enjoyed the artwork in this book. The art was really nice. The way the plot's going is really great. You got Venus, who's trying to take over and become the most loved, or the queen of the gods, so to speak. And you have only Zeus and his kids, his daughters, are able to stop her. Will they stop her? There's still 2 more issues to go. What's going to happen? Obviously, this is not under the banner of Age of Darkness, so it's going to be very interesting to see where this book goes.
Alright, and
sticking with Zenescope.
Yes, Wonderland, issue number 28. The adventures continue in the forest where the White Queen, along with the other two, the rabbit and the big cat, they're just, it's just the adventures of this kid that they see in the forest, and here's some artwork, which is done very nicely. And basically, you know, like they're just trying to find out. What?
I love the art. No, I'm looking at the artwork. The artwork's really detailed and really nice. Who's the artist?
Yeah. Oh, the artist is
Riccardi.
Riccardi.
Who's my artist?
Your artist, I think, was
Manuel
Oh.
Tano.
Yeah.
I'm sorry if I butchered your name. I really apologize. Zenescope is known for really good artwork. I've not liked any of the artwork in the books. Even if the book's story was kind of for me, the artwork is what pulls it up and makes it gives it a strong grade up, so to speak. It keeps the book strong, I feel. The artwork is very strong for these books.
Yeah, so they're still traveling along forest. Meanwhile, the old woman is telling Anthony about you know, if he did what he was supposed to do. And if you want to find out what it is, definitely read the book. It's very descriptive of what he was supposed to do, and it gets very intense when that woman's not really herself, because I didn't show you. Let's say that happens. Yeah. Talk about total makeover. But anyway, so they're just, like I said, they're traveling through the forest to find out some stuff that they were supposed to find, and they run into a savage. I mean, we didn't see that coming because the forest is run by them. And it's like a short fight scene, and let's just say the boy I saw before, I'm gonna spoil this part, thinks that the White Queen is his mother or the savage.
No, the savage is his mother.
Oh, the savage? Oh, I thought he was looking at the. Oh, I'm sorry, the savage. Thank you for correcting me. It looked like he was looking at the White Queen, yeah.
I like the coming attractions. There's a coming attractions.
Oh, you mean the Jungle Book one?
Yeah, Jungle Book. I've read the first 2 volumes. I'm looking forward to the new one. When is it supposedly coming out?
It said fall. Oh no, not fall. The one. Oh, this December. The final miniseries of the Jungle Book trilogy.
Yeah.
So okay. Yeah, there's some promising comics that Zenescope brings out. I look forward to reading every one of them. But Wonderland, definitely pick this up. And see for yourselves the awesomeness. See what you think of the book.
Book of the week, and since I did read, we have 1 more week to go. I'm not going to say it's book of the month, but guys, when it comes to my books, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles have yet to stagger and stumble. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles issue 39, literally only 2 weeks after issue 38 came out, which is very nice. In the last issue, we had Pete, the retarded bird, trying to, what's the word I'm looking for? Enlist Bebop and Rocksteady into Old Hobbs' army.
I remember that.
And he tells Bebop and Rocksteady about the Turtles and Splinter being part of the army, and they're basically going to be going now to take out the Turtles. Book opens up with them actually talking about it, saying, you know, we could take out the Turtles, and Shredder and the Foot Clan will be very happy. You have a nice morning scene with the Turtles and Splinter. This book definitely shows the division now between the Turtles and Splinter with Donatello. Donatello, and we saw this in the Turtles in Time, where the old Donatello said, stick with your family. This Donatello is going right in the exact same footsteps as that Donatello, where he splits away from his family, and he thinks it's more important to focus on Krang and all the science work, and not, you know, on Splinter. He thinks that Shredder is the least of their worries. Krang is the big problem that needs to be dealt with, and then all the other stuff can be dealt with later. I'm going to skip the part over here. Aliplex actually goes to Angel, and tells Angel that she overheard about Bebop and Rocksteady, and that they're going to meet up with the Turtles, and basically she wants her to help because Aliplex knows that she's nobody. The ending, I'm not going to give too much away, but when it happens, when the fight does happen, is this a good group picture? No. When that fight does happen, it's a blowout. It really is, and there's a lot of action. And Old Hobbit first tries to enlist Bebop and Rocksteady into his army, but then when he finds out they were half humans, that was it. And the end of the book is, like I said, the same problem that we're seeing. Donatello just saying his brothers and his father could handle themselves on their own. He has more important work to deal with. And it's like, what? I'll tell you guys one thing. Tom Waltz and Kevin Eastman, who are writing this book right now, they did a great job of making me kind of feel a little angry and a little bit of, like, disgust towards Donatello. I really think he's becoming a real jerk lately. And I like how, you know, they just got Leonardo back, and now another turtle is kind of breaking away from the family. And you see Mikey is kind of questioning the whole fighting also in the book a little bit. And there's a lot more stuff that goes on in here. I definitely recommend you guys check this book out. Raphael's right in the middle of everything else. Yeah. I mean, if you remember, when this series started off, Raphael was missing.
Yeah,
then they got him back.
They got him back.
Then they lost Leo, and they got him back. Now Donatello is consciously leaving the team. He is purposely not with his brother.
Now Mikey's next.
No,
probably
not necessarily. I don't think so. I mean, is it a possibility? Of course it is, but I would think that with what's going on, you know, at some point Donatello's going to snap out and say, wow, I'm a jerk, I need to help my brothers, but we don't know that for sure yet.
Well, I just hope they'll make Mikey uncool because he's my favorite turtle. I like the cool guy.
Absolutely,
and stuff, you know, all that. Alright.
Honorable mention time. Honorable mention time before we get into the reviews. Peanuts, issue number 22 came out.
Very nice cover.
Just like Garfield, Peanuts is my guilty pleasure, and it's a really good comic book. A lot of fall is involved in this book. The pumpkin patch is in here.
Oh, the Great Pumpkin.
Yeah, the Great Pumpkin. I love that. Or they were actually just in a pumpkin patch, I believe. But anyway, this book is really good. If you are a fan of Peanuts, you're definitely going to want to check this book out. I love it. They've got the classics in there too. It just, the whole thing works out.
Absolutely, yeah.
Alright, next, now on to the reviews, the really serious ones. We've got Ash and the Army of Darkness, Ash Gets Hitched, issue number 3. This is a good book.
I looked through it a little bit.
We got Ash, who actually, we all know from the last issue, they're looking for the book. They find the book, however, Ash finds out that under the altar, there's actually a pit, and he gets dragged down into the pit. He's going through this...
That was really twisted, that one.
That was crazy. He was going through... It's a very action-packed fight. While above ground, you have Sheila and the Wizard fighting all the Deadites. Because now the Deadites, now that Ash is gone, because he's the one that was calling the Faceless Man, now that Ash is gone, basically, they're not threatened by Sheila or the Wizard. So, a huge fight breaks out up there. And then the end of the issue... Let's just say Ash should have kept his mouth shut about the Faceless Man. And the next issue is apparently the end.
Really? That's the end?
But
there's going to be a new story.
There is going to be a new story. We've already talked to the artist on the book, Larry Watson. He is going to be doing the artwork on that book. I am really excited because I loved his work in Robin Hood. I really can't wait. I said it on the live show on Comic Frontline. I really cannot wait to see his
It's going to be amazing.
Absolutely.
Like, really, really amazing.
I just think it's awesome. I mentioned it, and that's the book he moved on to. And hopefully we'll have Larry on something soon, and we will definitely have him on Comic Frontline soon to talk about a whole bunch of things. So let's move now into Valiant. We are at the Death-Defying Dr. Mirage, issue number 2.
Yeah.
How was it?
To be honest, I really wasn't crazy for this issue. Like, the first issue was, like, really good. This one I felt very bored by it. Like, she's going into this other dimension and to find out about these different entities, or from what we saw from last issue. And it's really just all talking where she gets these little devils that, you know, get around to her with all these evil spirits. And then she comes face to face with one of the people who want to kill her because, you know, that's how the book always is. I forgot what his name was. Things start with the letter V. And he has this big thing against her, and it's really just all talking. And I felt really, to be honest, I really felt bored with this issue. I mean, maybe you guys who read it probably liked it, but I really... Well, at the end of the book, she's going to say about how she died. So, that was kind of interesting, but maybe the next issue will pick up with other stuff. Artwork was great, don't get me wrong, but the story could have been a little bit better in my opinion. That's all I could say for that. But going into something even... Where are you going? Yeah, that one. Yeah, going to something even better. Unity, issue number 0. Yeah.
I like how Valiant's kind of doing the whole DC thing where they're going back and doing issue 0s now.
And in Unity issue 0, it talks about the origin of how the team almost came together. Like you have Livewire, you have oh, why is the name escaping me? I just read this. Like basically, there's a team that's trying to save the people from the prison to get out of there. And they're trying to stop the soldiers and everything, and they're trying every which way to save them. So as the mission gets a little bit more intense and everything, there's like a huge ship that comes out of the water, and it's actually they claim it's a bomb, but it's, you know, like they're trying to find every which way to fix it, but yeah, apparently in the end it's just like another thing. So it's basically giving you an origin story of how the team came together and how they do their mission. And if you want to find out more in detail about the mission, you could definitely read the book. So to me, it was like a 10-minute read. Artwork was great, and everything else. This was my book of the week, actually.
Exo-Man of War.
Exo-Man of War, issue 0. And I could sum this up. It talks about the story of Arik becoming a warrior. Like, him with go up. What's his name?
Roman?
No, it starts with G.
Gafty.
Yeah, Gafty. Yeah. Yeah, it talks about Gafty. Yeah, and his father is talking to him about, like, saying, you know, I learned from my father about how to become a knight and to fight war. Now I think it's time that I, you know, pass it down to my son to do the same thing. And I think his name is Roth. And
Rolf.
R-O-L-F. And Igna is his wife. And they're just having a long conversation about, you know, how the father is strongly agreed that he should do it, and the mother just says, okay, but as long as you bring my son back, then everything else will be all great. So then the next day at the war, it's just him, Arik, and Gapti fighting off against the other knights who are going against him. And he's like saying, remember, son, with the sword, it breaks the shield in half and everything else. And I loved the artwork. I was in awe with the artwork. And the whole thing of just remembering those lines and just flying alongside, that was just really amazing. And I felt that this book definitely deserved a mentioned book of the week. And at the end, it goes back to the present day where he's just doing a mission. And after he was done with the mission, you can read the rest of the origin story for yourselves, by the way, to see more. At the end, when he's done with a mission, he goes back to his homeland where he talks with, where Arik talks with his wife, saying that, you know, that I have to do what I have to do, and I'm not just doing it for myself, I'm doing it so that way the land does, like he said it like here, that way the land doesn't have to defend itself or something, like, he's like saying,
so others will not have to fight.
Yeah, so others will not have to fight, so he's doing it for them.
I like Arik, I like the character.
Yeah, Arik.
So the artwork's really nice in this book also.
And Arik is just really amazing. Book of the week, absolute, definite recommendation to pick that up. It's, Valiant just comes up with great books between Uni and X-Men War, but X-Men War definitely took that.
Alright, next book, and I'm hoping to get these all in physical format soon. From Dark Horse, the only book I have this week. Prometheus, Fire and Stone, issue number 2 of 4. So we're halfway through Prometheus. Now remember, Prometheus takes place between the events in Fire and Stone Aliens and Alien vs. Predator.
Right.
So this is right between the two stories. This is years after Aliens and right before the events in Alien vs. Predator. And how it connects to Aliens in here is Russell from the Alien series. Actually, we find out that he set up camp somewhere on the planet, and he was there for a very long time, and he researched everything going on the planet. And Francis in Prometheus found all of his notes,
right,
and all of his studies, and now he wants to take it back and he wants to use it because we find out in this issue, spoiler alert, that Francis has cancer. Artwork in this book is excellent, by the way. I really love the artwork in this book as well. So Francis is looking for a cure, and he believes that the black, I forgot, gel, whatever it was, gel or the...
Oh, the gel thing that they use.
Right. He believes that that has agents that would help cure his cancer. And he has Eldon, who is the cyber, who is the robot,
I hate to interrupt you. Wasn't the gel used mostly for the aliens?
You're thinking about the 90s books that we just started reviewing, which you can check out on Common Frontline, but no,
yeah,
different.
Oh, okay, I was just wondering.
The book actually opens up with Galago and the others going into the ship from Hadley's Hope that crashed on that planet, and what's in that ship? Aliens. And they get attacked, and they end up having to run back to their ship. And basically by the time they make it back to the ship, I would say a good third of their crew is gone due to the aliens, due to the wildlife on the planet, like the sharks, which actually had faces that look like aliens, and that was really cool.
Whoa.
I'll show you.
I just saw that. Oh my god.
You can see them there also.
Whoa, that's amazing. Talk about Shark Week with the alien-like people.
But they make it back to the ship, and they find out that they separated from Francis and Eldon, and that's where they contact Francis. He's in a stronghold. He's in this little cave, and that's where he found the research. They're going to save him. However, as the team that's going to save Francis goes through the forest again, they find the alien ship, the engineer ship that crashed on LV-223, and now they're observing. They're going into the ship to find out what was in the ship, you know, do their own research and find stuff out about what's going on. And I don't want to give really too much of the ending of the book away, but Galago finds the gun we saw in Alien vs. Predator issue 1 in this issue. And we also find out what we might actually be seeing the beginning of what happened to Eldon by the end of this issue between this series and what led him to becoming what he was at the beginning of Alien vs. Predator issue number 1. So I'm looking forward to seeing where Prometheus is going. I'm really looking forward to the big picture when it comes to Fire and Stone, when all of the stories actually come together and form this gigantic timeline of events that are all part of the same story in a way, because they all connect in one shape or form or the other.
Right.
This one has a huge connection to the Aliens one, but this is also connected to the events that happened directly after Alien vs. Predator, and the Predator book's going on at the exact same time as Alien vs. Predator. So it's a really good series. Highly, highly recommend you guys check out Fire and Stone. I'm loving it. I'm really enjoying it, and I really do hope Dark Horse makes a franchise out of Aliens and Predators again, because they did amazing work with Star Wars. I feel like if Aliens and Predators gets out of Dark Horse Presents and they focus on just them in their own books, and they get really good artists like they got here, they can make something huge out of Aliens and Predators as well.
Yeah. Alright, this comic book is based on the smash hit video game Skylanders issue number 1 from IDW. This book was very adventurous. Just to say what
this book looks like, I don't want to cut you off, but this book really just looks like a way to promote the game and get people to buy more Skylanders.
I thought so too, yeah. So it's basically Mr. Flynn on the adventure with his friends on the ship and everything, and it talks about Caius, who actually puts a spell on him to make him, you know, well, we don't know what it is yet, and one of the dragons that go after him that looks like a Digimon, seriously.
Oh yeah, I was thinking that.
Long shot long or something, I don't know. They land on the island, so that way, you know, they could be saved and everything. And he's like saying, Flynn, who's Flynn? And enchiladas. That's all he kept talking about, just enchiladas the whole thing. And he had amnesia, and that's what Caius did. Then this old master here, Eon, he was just basically talking about, you know, about the whole Skylanders, what we are, and yada, 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 yada. You could follow the whole spiel in the speech of what the Skylanders are. So as his, when they're at the warehouse, his senses kick in, and wait, what's that? Go up. He says his name. No, go down. Keep going. Right there. It's
Chopper.
Chopper, yeah. That's the one who was the one I said looked like a Digimon. So he's like saying Caius is the one that did all this. It's spelled K-A-O-S, and they're just saying, you know, we have to stop him before everything else happens, and you know, the whole spiel where they go off. It said end, so I'm guessing that's the end.
Oh, the first story, yeah.
Yeah, and then after that, there's this second story that talks about the secret origins of Trigger Happy, and that you can read for yourselves. But I did look through it, though, and I have to admit, it was a pretty interesting story about that. And you have some cover arts of the bios of Jetvac, Spiral the Dragon, Prison Break, I fixed myself, Food Fight,
who we got with actually Scout's Trap Team. Yeah.
Exactly. And there's just tons of excitement, and that's my second favorite book of the week for Skylanders. And like my brother said, the video game's out now, so you could definitely go check it out. And for those of you Spiral fans, you'll definitely like the game, and if not, then possibly not.
I think that it's a nice little thing, especially if you have kids and they like Sky. I'm sure you're not going to continue the series now.
Well, it said end. So.
No, there's more. It's going to be an ongoing, I believe, or a mini-series.
Well, I could still read it.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was nice. I think it's a nice little propaganda thing, so...
Yep. And that's all the books.
That's it for this week. So, as always, guys, don't forget to check out comic-related Comic Frontline Zone 4 podcast and Frontline Gaming Zone. Together, we are your #1 source for comic-related news, reviews, and a whole bunch more. Look forward to the big 2. Probably it's going to be up tomorrow, because by the time this uploads and by the time we get the other video edited together, so look forward to the other one probably tomorrow, just due to the uploading time. However, we do have some good news about the internet. You'll have to wait till this Friday's weekly comic book call for the news, and then I will tell you guys the news about our internet and how this is definitely going to benefit us, not only with video uploads on here, but on Frontline and Frontline Gaming Zone, as well as the live shows. So I'll tell you guys that this Friday. Look forward to it, and until next time, everybody.
In the Halloween Spooktacular.
I meant on the hall, not on the live show.
Well, it's going to be Halloween this Friday, isn't it?
Yeah, we might talk about it, actually.
Yeah,
we'll see.
So there you go.
But you can look forward to that, and until next time, everybody, take care, keep reading, keep collecting. We'll see you guys in the next review.
Take care, everybody.